Hello and welcome to another edition of the Friday Night Mega Mirror Special. I'm Spike, your host, and we have a fabulous show lined up for you tonight, featuring our guests for this evening, the one and only Rider of Dinosaurs. It's going to be a great show as we get to know more about this awesome creator. So grab your drinks and your snacks and have a seat. We'll be right back. And we're back. For those of you just joining us, we have another great show lined up for you. Today, we are speaking with the one and only Rider of Dinosaurs. Welcome, Rider. Thanks for joining us.
Hi there. It's nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
We are very happy to have you with us today. So let's get things going. I think the first thing I would like to ask is, how did you come to the name Rider of Dinosaurs?
That was a funny story. It was not intended to happen at all. Basically, I was on Discord chatting with people. I can't remember whom at the moment. And at a certain point, we were just mocking about with each other. And at a certain time, someone brings out the dinosaur theme. And I said, well, I'm the Rider of Dinosaurs. And I thought, well, that's quite a funny name. I've never seen it before on YouTube. Maybe I can use it to create my own channel. And I used it a couple of times to myself, and it started to grow on me. And I created the channel, I started doing a couple of videos, and I liked it. And that's me today. That's at least part of me, of course. My internet persona.
Well, that is quite interesting. It certainly is a unique name. But it seems there are some people who have trouble believing that dinosaurs are real. Let's have a look.
Welcome to my first video. I am Rider of Dinosaurs, and I'm here to expose people who think they're special and have special knowledge and they're better than everyone else. I'm going to start with this gentleman.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Benz back with another video for you here today.
And he seems to be part of a flat earth conspiracy theory. I'm not going to go through all these comments in the video because he goes on about flat earth and evolution. I'm just going to point out a couple of things because I want to keep my video short. But if you want to see his whole video, I'll put a link in the description.
Today, we are talking about dinosaurs.
Great! I love dinosaurs. Especially, I like to ride them.
Did they ever exist?
Well, that started well. Are you doubting the existence of dinosaurs then?
I mean, I guess it's a question that most people never even considered. I guess most people never even put a thought into it.
Yes, there's a reason for it. People have been studying dinosaurs for ages, and we've got, I don't know, skeletons, bones. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's see what you have to say.
Just say, hey, is what I'm learning in this textbook is what these archaeologists and...
Let me stop you right there. I can see this is going to be a fun video to edit. People who study dinosaurs are not archaeologists. They are paleontologists. But please, do continue.
People talking about, is it even true? And I guess what brought this on is because my daughter's going to see Jurassic World, whatever you want, I'm watching with their aunt, and I was like, juice. Oh, okay, so my daughter's in the room, see if she's going to picture, see if we have pictures of dinosaurs, that's juice I've seen in the Jurassic World movie or whatever it's called. And I laughed, and she goes, Dad, why are you laughing? I go, because dinosaurs never existed.
What are you saying? Of course they existed. Look, I'm writing one right now.
Stop. She's like, stop, shut up, you're crazy. And I'm like, no, like, for real. And then we started sitting down, we started talking about it, and I started explaining to her that just a couple of facts, like before the 1800s, no one even ever heard of a dinosaur. Dinosaurs never were thought of anyone's imagination before the 1800s.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of radioactivity? Radioactivity was discovered in 1896 by Henri Becquerel. Or are you telling me that radioactivity doesn't exist? Are you saying that because we haven't heard of something or haven't discovered something previous to a date, that it's fake, it's made up, it doesn't exist? The human cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. By your reasoning, it means the cells are fake, they don't exist. Humans don't have cells. Is that right?
Now, all of a sudden, to keep up with this big ball Earth and evolution lie, we come up with, you first got the Big Bang Theory, you have dinosaurs, you have evolution, and boom, we're here, spinning on a big spinning parrot on an infinite ball of space. Seems peculiar, doesn't it? That all of these things can never be proven today.
Wow, that is surprising. And I'm sure that you've linked in your video description all your sources, right? Oh, can't seem to find any. That's embarrassing. Oh, it seems you have a very interesting question there. Have you ever discovered a dinosaur bone? No, neither have I. Well, let me ask you then, have you ever had radioactive poisoning? Neither have I. But I'm pretty sure radioactivity does exist.
Right? Am I right? So, I believe that dinosaurs is just another staple in the ball Earth believing heliocentric enthusiast timeline.
So, if I understand correctly, what you're saying is dinosaurs were made up to justify a globe Earth and evolution.
That they use to say, look, this is evolution, look, this is what happened whatever billion years ago, and none of it can be traced to any truth. Now she said, well, what about the museums? Me and my school, we just went to a museum, we seen dinosaur bones and stuff like that.
Oh, I know where you're going with this one. You're going to say that the bones in the museums are fake.
What you see in a museum is casted, fake replicas, I guess, of all these real bones that supposedly archaeologists have hidden away in storage facilities that me and you, regular people, can't go see them because they're too delicate. So they put replicas and fakes up in the museum. And this is not a conspiracy theory. You can Google that yourself.
Well, if they're hiding this, but you can Google it, it's not actually hiding, is it? But it is true. They do replace the bones. They do put in fake bones made of cast. Sometimes the bones are too fragile, too brittle to display. And sometimes they do it because they're afraid people, stupid people, will break valuable artifacts. Because people like to touch and lean against these things. And sometimes they break it. Here's a very good example. A tourist destroys a statue in a Portuguese museum while attempting a selfie. He destroyed a 300-year-old statue because he wanted to take a selfie with it. Here's the before, and here's the after. Had that been a replica, there wouldn't be a problem. Just make another one and put it there. But that was the real thing. That was the 300-year-old statue that broke because someone wanted a selfie with it.
That is 100% factual, that they do not put real dinosaur bones in any museums because they are too fragile or too whatever, worth too much money for regular people to get that close to them.
And people like you still wonder why.
Like I said, not a conspiracy theory. So I started telling her stuff like that. And I started telling her that no dinosaur bone has ever been stumbled upon by any Indians, any regular people, any, like I said, first Native Americans, Mayans. Dinosaur bones have never just been stumbled across by any explorers besides archaeologists.
Oh boy, I thought we've covered this before, right at the beginning of the video. They're not archaeologists. They are paleontologists. Just Google it, like you usually do for everything. After this, he asks, how can you from one bone find out everything about the animal, and la-di-da and la-di-da. Simon Dan does a really good job in explaining this one, so I'll leave a link to his video in the description so you can check it out.
And when I start telling her stuff like this, she goes, you make a good point. You bring up a good point. And I go, yeah, the stuff that I'm telling her is a fact.
I'm still waiting for your sources. Where are they?
But they don't teach you that in school. They teach you dinosaurs as 100% irrefutable facts. Now, for all you heliocentric, enthusiasts out there, all you globe earth lovers will argue the fact that what I'm saying, it's just made up, it's just conspiracy theories. Yes, because it benefits your globe earth lie.
Now, this one leaves me completely baffled. How do dinosaurs prove a globe earth? I just don't see it. Can you explain it to me? Because I don't see it. What's the connection?
It benefits you to have dinosaurs and evolution in your belief system. It does.
I can see the link between evolution and dinosaurs, but I don't see the link between dinosaurs and the globe Earth. Please do explain. You make these statements, but you back them up with nothing. You don't even explain what is the connection, honestly.
I mean, not to get, again, because I'm not the most religious person, so I'm not the one to get religious out here, but any ancient texts, Bibles, or any early ancient writings, did they ever mention dinosaurs?
And do you want to know why? I'll tell you. You actually said it yourself.
Before the 1800s, no one even ever heard of a dinosaur.
The ancient texts don't mention computers, mobiles, rockets, but they exist, don't they? After this, he just goes on and on about his flat earth agenda and the fake space and the fake everything, basically. I set up trying to make a really short video, but I think it's hitting the 10-minute mark now, and I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you for watching.
Well, it seems to me that you cleared that up pretty well. Can you tell us a little about your channel, how it started and why?
Before I can tell you, I need to go back just a little bit. Before I got into Discord at all, I was listening into Mr. Atheist, and at a certain point in time he mentioned Flat Earth. So I started looking into Flat Earth, and I came across Team Skeptic's channel. So I started watching his videos and other debunkers, and then I got into Discord just to chat with them just a little bit and see if I could get just some conversations going on. How did I actually got started on my channel? I was reluctant for a while, I hate the sound of my voice. I think everyone does. I had a first try. I had a couple of people I asked, can you have a look and watch my video and see what you think? And I got really positive responses. And that's where I started, basically. Then I did a second video, and the positive responses kept coming, and that's how it got started, basically. Initially, I was just following what other YouTubers were doing, so other debunkers. I would look at Simon Dan. Simon Dan would do a video on Glenn Hall, for example, and I thought, this is a good guy to just do my own thing. I'm not very mathematical inclined, so let me just do this another way. And I did another one, and that's where I am today.
Very interesting. Now, before we get to the next video, can you tell us a little about the process you go through to create them?
Process? That implies planning, which I actually don't do. It is a weird way I do things. Basically, I find a video. I do look for them sometimes, and other times they just fall on my lap, honestly. Basically, I look into the video, see if there's anything I can do, like claims, for example, or anything non-too scientific, like Team Skeptic does, or Fight the Flat Earth, or anyone like that. I look into the claims, I see if I can find the evidence contrary, because I know that claim is wrong or might be wrong. So I look for the evidence. If I find the evidence, then I plan the video, as in I listen to the video and just go editing as it goes, cutting it, pasting, adding voice, adding screenshots, video clips, whatever. And that's the whole process, basically.
I think your approach is similar to many creators on YouTube. Can you tell us a little about the original focus of your channel, and has it changed at all?
The original focus of the channel, pastime, honestly. Make some videos, just having fun with it, and yeah, just pass the time. Has it changed? Yes and no. Something else was added to it. It's still fun. It still helps pass the time. But now with more subscribers, there's a bit more responsibility as well, just to deliver something good. But at the same time, how should I put it? No, the objective hasn't changed. It's to ridicule or mock ridiculous ideas, ridiculous claims, and everything like that.
Well, your channel is doing well, and I'm sure it will continue to grow. I would like to ask you about your latest series of videos on JM Truth. What made you decide to make a series of him? And who will be next on your list?
He's got a lot of claims, basically. The reason I focused on him is he's got very easily debunkable claims, like the 10 to the power of minus 17, the hijack, the gravity hijack, the electrostatic force equation, things like that. So you can, with a quick, with a quick Google, you can simply debunk this. And JM is a huge source of claims. He has a lot of them. As for who is next on my list, it may surprise you, but like I said before, I don't plan that far ahead. I know it's silly, but I'm able to, so far, produce videos without planning them. That may change in the future, in a very, very near future, probably. I may need to start looking into planning things a little bit more, but that's how things are done. So I do have an idea, but I don't want to put it out right now, as it might not come to fruition.
I love how you dismantle his credibility by pointing out all of his flaws and turn things back on him. This next video was particularly damaging to his credibility.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am Rider of Dinosaurs. In today's video, we will see JM Truth trying to debunk the moon using his photo forensic skills and Adobe Photoshop. Before we begin, a very big thank you to my Patreons. These are wonderful people. Thank you very much. Due to viewers' request, I've added 2 more types of t-shirts to my list. If you fancy one, visit the store. The link is in the description. Now, a quick disclaimer. Because JM's video is over an hour long, I heavily edited his video. Basically, I cut off all the things that I don't want to and just presenting the relevant bits. Now, without any further ado, let's get started.
If I didn't mention it before, that's the program I'm using, is Photoshop. Okay, so let's zoom into this one. All right, so then we're going to go here to image. We're going to go to, let's try levels first. Let's see what we get here. Oh, look at there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so folks, wow, talk about shoddy. This image should not be like this. Let me explain. These are all individual dots that were added to this photo.
Whoa there, cowboy. Did you almost said what I think? Let's hear it again.
These are all individual dots that were added to this photo.
JM, that's not appropriate language. Kids might be watching this.
I assume to give the impression of stars even though we don't see them. But this here is an indication of a cutout line.
No, it isn't. You downloaded a low-quality JPEG, and those are artifacts.
Right here. Now you'll notice that's an oddly shaped planet, or moon I guess I should say. Where's all this part of the planet or moon? If this was indeed real, the camera should actually still pick up the whole circle.
You really don't know how cameras work, do you? And you call yourself a photographer. But this gave me an idea. How about I do exactly the same to your photos? Let's see if your photos are real or are they fakes. So let's start. So I took this thumbnail of one of your videos. This one right over here. So to start with, let's zoom in like you did. And let's get those pixels up. So I'll use chroma. Ooh, what is this, JM? Does this mean this is a fake photo? Let's see. Okay, let's look into further evidence. Oh, do you see this line, this bright line around this head? That looks like evidence of pasting an image there. So basically, his face was not in the original photo, just the background, just trees in the sky. But then, using his skills in Photoshop, copy and edited himself into the photo. Wow, that's really interesting. I have 2 more pictures to look into. So let's look at the other one. This is your photo of your Full Sail University Master of Science degree. Let's put it through the same treatment, shall we? So, chroma, and let's crank that up, all the way up. Oh my. What does this mean? JM, this can't be. This is pure evidence that this was pasted here. This is not in the original. Look, everything is pristine except this. Oh my. Oops, sorry. And this as well. What the hell is going on, JM? Very strange. Now let's look at this one. Yeah. Let's do exactly the same thing again. So colors, chroma, and let's crack that baby up. My God, JM, again, the seal, exactly the same thing. Let's zoom in. All this pixelization around it. This is proof this was edited in here. This is not original. JM, what have you been doing? You've been faking your degrees? Look at that. Look at that. Exactly the same. Oops. Exactly the same thing. See, everything is pristine except for the seal and the university logo. Oh my. And here, the Evergreen State College, and then the seal itself is all pixelized. And I don't know what these lines are, but clearly this is a sign of fakery. Oh my God, JM. What have you done? While recording that video, I forgot to mention that the tool I'm using, it's called GIMP. If JM is using Photoshop, which is expensive and I'm broke, so I need to use a free tool. But the end result is exactly the same. The tools are for editing, and of course, since JM can do his photo forensics on Adobe Photoshop, I can do my photo forensics on GIMP. It's same as Photoshop anyway, it's a free version. Now, while I was finishing up the video, I came across this picture, and I found, let's use this one as well, because for whatever reason, at first glance, this picture looks fake to me. the Nathan Thompson, J.M. Truth, and all the people there, they actually seem fake. So I thought, let's do some photo forensics, shall we? And let's do that. Oh, by the way, just to prove this is GIMP. There we go. GIMP. Close. Tools. Chroma, which is the best option here. And look at that. Now let's look at the evidence, shall we? So, the sky has been faked, as you can see, all this pixelization. But look at the grass. It's all green. There's no changes, no pixelization, nothing. But then Nathan Thompson there is all fake. Look at that. Look at those squares. Let me just zoom in just to see all the pixelization. JM, the people in the back. Apparently the device was actually there, but people were not. And look, everything else is pixelized. The field is not. So the grass, or whatever it is, it's not pixelized. So, as you can see, this was faked. My friends, this is proof that JM is faking his photos. Now, it's not very fun when the shoe is on the other foot, is it? Well, it was for me, to be honest. I had loads of fun with this video, especially when I started to think, why do the actual JM video when I can do what he does and debunk his own pictures? And that's what I did. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video.
I would like to ask you about what I think was your most powerful video on the topic of anti-vaxxers. I could really sense your anger with this particular group, and I would like to ask you how you were feeling when making this video.
Oh, the anti-vaxxers video. Yes, that one. I'm angry, basically. It's a ridiculous idea. It's really, really dangerous idea, and it's already causing harm in this world. It was one I had to make. I spent several weeks thinking about 2 or 3 weeks, thinking about should I do it, should I not do it. It's not the actual purpose of this channel, but I feel so passionate about the idea and fighting anti-vaxxers that I had to do it. I thought, even if I get 2 views, it's enough. At least I'm putting it out. I'm giving out my opinion and fighting in my own way against this. I don't think there's a proper word for it. I don't swear on my videos, or try not to. So I don't want to do it here. But it's mental, the idea of not vaccinating people.
That has to be one of my favorites on your channel. Very powerful.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am Rider of Dinosaurs. This will not be one of my regular comment videos. As you might have seen, I've put up a warning as I will be showing some disturbing images. If you are very sensitive to this, please do not watch this video. Today I'm going to talk about anti-vaxxers. People who feel that they know more than all of the pharmaceutical industry, their researchers, and every doctor in the world. For this reason, I titled this video, Anti-Vaxxers Are Getting Away with Murder. Sounds like a harsh title. It is. I plan to show how dangerous this idea is and the consequences it has already caused in our world. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines an anti-vaxxer as a person who opposes vaccination or laws that mandate vaccination. Andrew Wakefield is the doctor whose medical license was revoked in the UK following his fraudulent study in which he linked the MMR, measles, mumps and rubella vaccine to autism. He's essentially the father of the modern age anti-vaccine movement. What most people don't know is that Wakefield had major financial conflict of interests. While he was discrediting the combination MMR vaccine and suggesting parents should give their children single shots over a long period of time, he was conveniently filing patents for single disease vaccines. Also, unknown, and I believe mostly unknown to anti-vaxxers, his paper is based on blood samples he drew at his kid's birthday party. Wakefield paid children at his son's 10th birthday party to donate their blood for his research. There's also something else. At the very bedrock of science is the concept of falsification. A scientist runs a test, gathers findings, tries to disprove himself by replicating his experiment in other contexts. Only then he can know if these findings are true or not. Wakefield has never done this. He refused to replicate the paper's findings. Among other reasons, you have Hollywood A-listers saying that vaccines are bad for you. And because they're famous, people tend to listen. Being famous, successful actors doesn't make them medically knowledgeable. Here we have just 3 examples of Hollywood's anti-vaxxers. Every time I think of anti-vaxxers, I remember a Dr. House episode that approaches the subject. The way he deals with it is brilliant. Let's have a look.
Missing her vaccination dates.
We're not vaccinating.
Think they don't work?
I think some multinational pharmaceutical company wants me to think they work. Pad their bottom line.
This is a really good example of the mentality of anti-vaxxers. It's all a conspiracy and the pharmaceutical companies just want money. Let's see his answer.
You know another really good business? Teeny tiny baby coffins. The antibodies in Yummy Mummy only protect the kid for 6 months, which is why these companies think they can gouge you. They think that you'll spend whatever they ask to keep your kid alive. Want to change things? Prove them wrong. A few hundred parents like you decide they'd rather let their kid die than cough up $40 for a vaccination. Believe me, prices will drop really fast.
It's a shocking and brutal way to approach the subject. But to get the message across, I don't think we can do it with kid gloves anymore. People need to realize the harm they are doing to their children and to other children when they suggest they go off vaccines.
Well, that's about all the time we have, but before we go, is there anything you would like to share with our viewers?
Anything to share with the viewers? I already share everything. But come to my channel. You don't have to subscribe right away. Look at my content. See if you like it. If you do, I would appreciate if you subscribe. If not, that's life. You can't please everyone. Interact with me. If you'd like to ask me questions, you can find me on my Discord. You can find me on Twitter as well, so you can message me there. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for my viewers. I'm here for everyone who wants to chat with me. As long as you're polite, civil, I'll do the same.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us today. It was a great pleasure to have you here.
Oh, no. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
And that wraps up another edition of the Friday Night Mega Mirror Special featuring Rider of Dinosaurs. Please take a moment to head over to his channel and check it out. You'll be glad you did. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed today's presentation or any of our previous specials, do me a favor and give it a like. It really helps the channel. Also, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to hit that bell to get notifications of new content the minute it gets posted. And that's all we have for today. This is Spike signing off, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. See you then!